What's up everybody, Syncweaver here, and I want to go ahead and say that thank you for watching the video, because I know I haven't made an analysis video on any kind of trailer for about a year, for a while. Here's my face. I wanted to use the camera. This is the reason why you're getting this instead of the avatar. Sorry. So I wanted to talk about this new 4.4 trailer that's coming out for 14, called the Prelude to Violet, which is... I don't know why it's called Prelude to Violet. Not really too sure why. They come up with weird names all the time, but that's besides the point. I do want to also go out and tell you before we get into this video, I do streams. I do a lot of streams. I've been doing it like every 2 days, every couple days. I haven't been doing it a lot as of recently, but if you want to visit those streams, you can check out the YouTube channel. Of course, you'll be able to see it. However, in the future, I am going to just be on Twitch. Just letting you know beforehand, I am moving to Twitch permanently sometime in the future. You might want to get yourself a Twitch account, and if you have not followed me, go do it. So, let's actually talk about this trailer. So, I'm not going to go ahead and like post a video here and there. Well, maybe I have to prove my point some way or another, but I want to talk about what we saw in that trailer. So, straight up in the beginning, you actually get to see Chaos. Chaos was the first thing I saw in the trailer. Pretty darn awesome looking guy. To be honest, I wasn't really too sure if he was coming in because of the Alpha Escape. It is very possible he's coming through Alpha Escape, or it could be through some sort of section in 14, some sort of area in 14 in Eorzea. Not too sure. I'm hitting the mic there. I'm sorry about that. What I want to actually really talk about when we look at Chaos is the fact that his design is actually spot on what he looks like. But there's another thing. I am a lore buff when it comes to Final Fantasy XIV, and if you guys don't know, he is either dead, right? Dead because of Dissidia, because he did show up in Dissidia. He was in Dissidia. He was the main antagonist. He was your final goal. Beat him. He even had another version of himself because Shinryu was like some sort of all-powerful god. Another world came up, or there was another Chaos. Sorry about that. And you killed him. I even have a theory on here on what happened to Chaos and what happened with Chaos. You know, combining with Shinryu. If you want to check that out. You know, there's a card I think that's gonna pop up there. You might want to click on that. Yeah, maybe. Point is though, Chaos here is actually looking pretty decent. He looks kind of awesome for what he looks like. He keeps his design. However, how he came to be is going to be a question for me. If you move on and you actually go past the whole story bit with them sitting at the table, it's like whatever, right? My man, of course, needs to get back into the game. He's been out of the game for a while. You know, I have a problem with the fact that you have to go out into this desert. The desert that Alphinaud is trapped in, where it's supposed to be no life whatsoever. And then you have to go out there and, I guess, rescue him or investigate the situation and what's going on. Because the last time we seen Alphinaud, we were actually controlling him, which was a unique thing in 14. I think we're going to be doing that more in the future as, you know, some of our story quests and stuff, we take control of another character. I don't even know why we had to take control of Alphinaud, but whatever, we did it anyway. He's stuck somewhere in the desert with some dude who's, you know, a Garlean, but he's fighting against the Garlemald Empire? I don't know. Ex-soldier? I have no idea. But the fact is that we're going out there and we have this new dungeon where we're actually, before we even hit the dungeon, we're actually flying into it, and then we start the dungeon. We're fighting things that are alive in the desert. It's supposed to be a place that's, you know, filled with like death and stuff. Everything's supposed to be dead. You can even see in the distance that there is a giant skeleton just sitting there. You make your way through the desert. I can't wait to see what we find out there, but at the same time, it's supposed to be like, we're supposed to have absolute trust in Alphinaud, and here we are trying to rescue his ass or something. There's a reason why we're out there, so it's not like we're out there for nothing. We're there for a reason. We do see, as we move forward, dead bodies, because Alphinaud and his ragtag team actually come across these this camp full of you know, people without their souls. Something's happening there, and to be honest, I'm a little scared. We move on to like some sort of elegant stuff. I have no idea what section of the world this is supposed to be. Maybe we're back up there in Azus La. This is that is the first thing I can think of when I look at this picture, where I see a bunch of Allegan designed machines and the place just looks like it's just full Allegan, to be honest. I have a little bit of deep appreciation for this whole lantern thing. Just a little soft spot there, we'll just pass that by, but I do appreciate that. Now, we see here that the Seed Seer says that she can't see any spark of life in who is the thing. Because we know that Xenos is back in Garlemald. Whether alive or dead, whether he has like maybe an Ashian inside his body, she shouldn't be able to sense this because they're nowhere near each other. And who is she talking about? I don't know, we'll find out. More story. Eureka. Alright, that's the thing here. Eureka is boring. I don't like streaming Eureka. I have to do that on my own time. Maybe someday I'll find a way to care about Eureka and then complete the story and move on and do more of the content that's in there. But for most of it, I'm just no. Next, we actually find ourselves fighting against a phoenix bird. I'm guessing that's the next, like, you know, giant animal thing that we have to help, which is fine. I'm cool with that. It does show a lot of mechanics that we're going to have to be going through in order to defeat this person. Very good design. I like how she looks. She's, you know, very whimsical, dancing everywhere, probably kicking our ass nonetheless. That big explosion was probably what her midsection to next phase giant blast that's supposed to send us to the ends of the universe. Holy crap. But I do like what I see. We're actually getting into a lot of Asm Steppe territory here. A lot of people talking and all that other good stuff. But I see a lot of the Asm Steppe while I'm looking at this trailer. I have to admit that since we're looking at the Asm Steppe, it just brings up a lot more story for them. I love the Asm Steppe. I love their stories. I made a video yet again. There's the card. So, I do like what I see when it comes to this. We do get a shot of Y'shtola, but that hasn't come up yet. What we're seeing here is more of the Omega series, so it's called the Alpha-scape. Because calling it the Omega-scape would have been silly. But it's called the Alpha-scape, and I don't know the dragon. It's not Nidhogg. It's not Husvolgar. I don't know who or what that is. It's definitely not Ratatoskr, I can tell you that. Or maybe it's the last Elder Worm that we're supposed to meet, I don't know. What I do know is that it is an Alpha-scape and we're gonna have to fight it somehow. This one concerns me. Okay, so the greenhouse place, I don't have the name of it, it's on the tip of my tongue right now, but we actually get to go in there and we actually get a hard mode for that, which is great, but at the same time, why are we going back? A lot of 14 for me is a big story dump that you have to give me a reason, a purpose to go anywhere. There's a purpose to go to pretty much every single dungeon. Every single dungeon in the game has like a reason, whether it's like a quest, a side quest, or something, for a reason for you to go into the dungeon. We're going back in there again after so long, like so long. We haven't been in that place for a lot of you guys. It's been like a year and a half, but now we're going back. You know, I thought, to be honest, I always thought that we would probably be going back to another certain dungeon because it looks like it could have been stretched out, but maybe that dungeon is just finished, I don't know. So we get more of the story, mural, guy walking away, is he alive or dead, I don't know. We get some Alpha, like literally that's the Chocobo's name, even though he's from the Dungeon Explorer thing, his name is Alpha. If you haven't remembered or if perhaps you forgot, I guess this is his time to shine. More or less, a lot of it seems to be Omega that we're facing in this patch. A lot of it's Omega. We're facing probably the last part of Omega, and if that's the case, then we probably are fighting Omega last, and if not last, then I don't know. They showed him in the trailer, which I would have to assume to say that he's not the last boss. I know there are leaks out there for this saying that he's not the last boss, but I myself believe that he's not the last boss because they generally when they show like anything from Omega, the real serious boss comes at like the end of the trailer. And in this case, I didn't see anything at the end of the trailer. I saw Omega, sure. He looking pretty badass, and to be honest, Omega showing up and Chaos? I'm not too sure if Chaos is even part of this whole Alphascape, but from what I can tell, it just seems like Omega's gonna make his way into the game and he's going to mess us up. Whether Chaos is part of this or not. But I don't know, I'll leave that up to you guys to think about if Omega is or is not the last boss in Alphascape. It would make sense because it's Omega. Omega being the last boss in his own creation. He was making gauntlets and gauntlets of enemies for you to fight, and him being the last boss would make a shit ton of sense, but I don't know. The patterns of how they make the trailer shows that I'm hitting the mic again, goddamn. It just shows that Yoshida's not, he doesn't always show like the final boss in the trailer like in the beginning. They're always like the last part. They're always like the last quarter or the last thing to come in. But in this case, they showed Omega outright. I could be wrong. Omega could be the final boss. Who knows? Anyway, leave your suggestions, leave your ideas, leave your hypotheses, anything down in the comments below. Let me know what you think about 4.4 and what will it entails, what will it bring to 14, not just to the patch, but to the future. What are we going to get in 5.0? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much. As an added reminder, however, I want to tell you guys again that I am moving to Twitch, so get your registrations up on Twitch and come find me. I usually play a lot of Switch games, whether it's Splatoon or Mario Kart. I'm trying to get back into 14, and if you guys want to play with me in Final Fantasy 14, I am in the Primal Data Center in the Excalibur server. Or if you're just in the Primal Data Center, we'll still be able to friend each other and play together. I myself am looking for a static. Hey, why not? So, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next stream, which should be soon. And there's another video coming out. Hope you guys enjoy. Bye-bye.